Greed can poison a man's soul, turn him into something he ain't, make him deadly, even more deadly than the vermin that run underfoot out here. I wouldn't say I got my revenge, didn't have much part in that, but first treasure. I think it was just my bad choices and bad instincts that got me this time. Same as always. And George Struggs, the cops asked him what happened right before he slipped into that coma, and he kept mumbling something about deadly creatures. Well, the deadliest creature in this whole goddamn desert is that bastard George Struggs. He can rot in that hospital for all I care. He got what's coming to him.
Deadly Creatures is a game that is almost a category all its own. It was released in 2009 for the Nintendo Wii. In Deadly Creatures, the player plays as either a tarantula or a scorpion as they traverse a landscape, witnessing and being affected by the actions of two humans, George Struggs and Wade. This game is one of the most unique games I have ever played. The tarantula and the scorpion are unlike most game heroes. They are neither good nor bad, as are the enemies in the game, with the exception of the humans. This game has aspects of a survival horror. Rather than trying to save the day like a standard video game hero, the player tries to negotiate a massive landscape and not die in the process. The storyline of this game is average as far as games go, with voice acting done by Billy Bob Thornton and Dennis Hopper. The acting is of a high caliber, as would be expected, but rather than being the central focus of the game, it is something that is happening in the background while the game's protagonists explore the various levels. Deadly Creatures is a difficult game to rate because it is full of flaws and is also full of incredible aspects. The game transports the player to a surreal world by putting them in a landscape that is made alien by changing the scale from which it is viewed. The humans are two massive behemoths from the perspective of the creatures. The two characters are unique in their style and handling. The tarantula is like a ninja, quick and agile, while the scorpion is like a tank, slower and more powerful. The creatures that the player plays are as frightening as anything they fight, and in some cases, more intimidating. The sound in the game is done extremely well, turning sounds that would be inaudible to a normal human into massive blows and crunches. However, the game is loaded with glitches. There are enemies that have to be defeated to move on in the game that get frozen in a position that you cannot damage them, forcing the player to kill their character and go through a game. The camera movement in the game frequently goes into awkward angles, making it difficult to fight your enemies. Faults aside, I personally enjoyed the game, and I cannot think of a game that made me feel like I was in the world of another creature as effectively as this game. The ending of the game felt a little rushed, but the story is decent. There are not many games on the Wii that appeal to me, but this is one of them. I found this game very difficult to rate, and I think if it were just me playing it, I would give it 4 out of 5 stars. But the fact that there are so many problems with the game compels me to lower my rating to 3 out of 5 stars. For anyone looking for a game that is completely unique and reasonably well done, I would say go ahead and get this game. However, if you're a more picky gamer, you may want to pass it by.